I'm Jean-Baptiste Halle, the lead game designer on Rainbow Six Siege, and we're going to be looking at a video from 2014, which is the first introduction to Rainbow Six Siege at E3.
Alright, my drone spawned on the second floor.
The whole thing is a lot more narrative. I think we still had this narrative feeling, even if it was a multiplayer match. It was very driven by story. We have the funny kids room reinforcements, which is something you'd learn after that you should never do in-house. The map was a bit different. There's some similarities. We have the hostage here playing her reactions. We ended up cutting the female hostage and only keeping the male one. I can't remember exactly what the reason was for that.
Shit, they saw me, drones out.
The tactical map also, for the spawn points, works quite differently now. This whole thing makes a lot of sense when you look at it from a more single-player perspective, where you have all your time to prepare all your introduction in the map, and I think there's a lot of Raven Shield kind of heritage in here that we would have to evolve from. We have the famous spawn point on the roof. The introduction from the roof, very Hollywood. The lighting also changed a lot, you might notice. Like the whole lighting of the game, there's a lot of bloom and lens flares here, and it's very dark. So this is very good for ambience, less so for clear shooting and having a clear idea of what's going on. I think here, yeah, we have the first demonstration of the hot breach, which is still in the game. Very dangerous, but still something you can do.
Good job, guys.
Killing in hip fire. Of course, with no pre-droning just before getting in. And now they have the hostage and they're gonna start trying to escape. Looking at it from now, of course, you just grab the hostage and jump through the window. But the whole story that needs to be told here is a bit different. So this is showcasing the destruction. It looks a bit more like cheese than it does right now. Right now there's a lot more fragments that detach. I think the whole look of it is a lot better now and a lot more friendly for gameplay, because here you have so many little holes that it can quickly become very hard to read what's happening.
Let's go.
Even the way that the barricades break is very different. There's a lot more pre-fragments now, so they break more easily.
It's Havoc. Wrath, he's in the bathroom.
I'm on him.
The look of the house is quite different.
I missed.
Damn it.
So here you have one of the terrorists escaping, going outside, which of course is fun because now you know that defenders cannot run outside without being detected. But I think it was needed for the stories that needed to be told as well.
Shit, he's got a shield up.
Here we also saw the deployable shield being deployed dynamically, the shooting being, well, what it needs to be to not have the people dying too fast. Yeah, there's a lot of setup and mise en scène showing that it's, of course, not a normal multiplayer match. It's more showcasing all the different features of what would become the multiplayer of Rainbow. Here we have the typical slow tactical movements going down with a tactical fantasy. Here again, a reminder of the guy that escaped through the window for the whole story purpose.
Timer, no time to waste. Let's go.
Yeah, you're right. It's getting louder.
Yeah, we're close.
Oh yeah, we have these glass windows that are barricaded.
I'll send the drone. All right, cover me.
So yeah, they moved the hostage down, which of course was a feature that disappeared later because, well, it would create tons of issues if defenders were able to move the hostage. And I think here they're going to show, yeah, a coordination with the top breach.
Get ready to breach.
What are you thinking?
Death from above. Wrath, you still on the north side?
Yeah.
All right, I'm making a door in the living room.
Lots of lighting. We saw the red laser of the sniper coming from outside. On the audio we hear that he's being assassinated by the other guy who escaped. So there's a lot of exterior gameplay in there, which will actually mostly disappear from the game.
Just wait for my go.
Got it. Come on, Dante.
Breaching.
And here we see that even if there was no hatch, the breach is opening the whole thing. So visually it's pretty impressive, but this feature would also disappear later because it creates tons of level design issues.
Nice one, guys. Now let's get out.
And then the escape starts. So yeah, it's very narrative, a lot more of course than what you'd observe. If you compare that to a Pro League game today, it's night and day, like it's very, very different games. But still, lots of the features like destruction are relatively similar to what they were at that time. Here again, the super bad aim of everyone making the whole story work. This looks like a casual game.
Shit, I'm dead!
Window upstairs, go.
Whoa, wait, she's down!
We're reaching the end of the round. So yeah, it's very, very story driven, as you can see, even for a multiplayer game. I think we had like All Habits Die Hard, something like that.
If you like that video and want to see more of Rainbow Six Siege, make sure you stick with IGN.